Hello everybody, I'm Gary York, True Prison Stories. Thanks for watching. I am also the author of The Toughest Job, and tonight I want to talk to you a little bit about why this job is so tough. And one of the things that we talk about is letting your guard down. Now in the book there's many tips for correctional officers, brand new, 10 years, 20 years. We all learn every day. And we can all learn something new every day. I learn from somebody every day by getting comments on my YouTube, and they're telling me something that happened with them at the prison or the jail that I'd never experienced before in 28 and a half years. So we're always ready to learn, I hope, and eager to do our job with our eyes wide open, because letting your guard down can cost you or someone else your life, okay? Letting your guard down is opening the door to be set up by inmates. Never put yourself in a compromising position with inmates. You know, we can have all the technology in the world, cameras, computers, security drones, everything, motion detectors, all these things we can have, but in the end, you, the officer, the human element, is the one who makes or breaks the security in your housing unit. So never let your guard down in your housing unit. And what do I mean by that? Well, always be aware of your surroundings, have your head on a swivel, know what's going on in your dorm. Don't just do your 3 counts a day. Don't just do your 2 feedings a day. And if something happens, it happens and you respond to it later, okay? Be ahead of the game and be aware of what's going on in your dorm, and it could save lives and save you a lot of paperwork 10 minutes before going off shift, when most fights occur or most incidents occur, right? Right when you're trying to get off shift. So let's talk about a few of the things that happen when you let your guard down. You know, inmates will send an inmate or 2 up to you sometimes when you're walking around your dorm or your housing unit to chit-chat with you, get you involved in small talk. Well, when they do this, they're just trying to keep you many times occupied, preoccupied. They'll turn their backs against a wall away from something that's going on the other way, on the other side of the housing unit, so that you'll look at them while drugs are being passed, or an inmate is being raped in another cell, or anything, or a fight even is going down. They've taken somebody into a cell that you can't see now because you're talking to them and they're beating the heck out of that person. You know, little tricks of the game. So never let inmates come up to you and preoccupy too much of your time. Look at them and say, hey, you have a question? Let's go. What do you need? You need something? All right, move on. Because they will occupy as much time as they can of you so that they can do something behind your back. Remember, there's always a reason that they're holding you at bay, for a lack of words, and trying to consume you in small talk. Never let your guard down when talking to an inmate and get involved in small talk and give away things that they don't need to know about your personal life. Keep it business, okay? Second of all, be aware if too many inmates are surrounding you and talking to you. What's going on? I'm talking to this inmate here in front of me. I look to my left, there's an inmate. I look to my right, look behind me, there's 2 or 3 inmates. Something's wrong. Start walking away from that trap and call for backup. Call your control room officer or call for backup. You know, if you have keys, get out of there with your keys. If you don't, call your control room officer, tell them pop the main door and let you get out of there. And reassess the situation. Number one, it doesn't look good if you're standing in the middle of a housing unit or a dorm and inmates have you surrounded and you're sitting there talking to them. It doesn't look right to begin with. Probably is not right 99% of the time. Okay? And if they are there and they're not going to hurt you, let's don't make this a stand-up comedy session where you're talking to a bunch of inmates and they've got you surrounded and you're just shooting the shit with them, for lack of better words, right? Let's don't do that. Let's have them step off and move on and conduct business as normal. Don't get caught in these traps. Know why inmates are coming around you and giving you compliments. We're not there to accept compliments from inmates. Oh, you're looking good today. Oh, you've been lifting weights. You're looking more buff. Oh, your hair looks pretty. Oh, did you change the color of your hair? These are all, if you're letting your guard down, if you let them get these things across to you and you accept it. Because once you are perceived by the inmates as accepting these compliments, they feel that they've stepped an inch closer to you personally. Don't let that happen, folks. Say, don't worry about what my hair looks like. Don't worry about if I've been lifting weights or not. What do you care what I do when I'm not here? Move on, step off. You know, you have to keep your guard up 24/7. Shifts are long. They're 12 hours, and then you're asked to stay 4 hours over. Now you're working 16 hours. Then you're going to be right back the next night or the next day. It's not easy, folks. But if you let your guard down, you could be in danger of some kind with these inmates. Okay? Never let an inmate talk you into a favor, no matter how minute the favor may be. If you do any kind of favor for the inmate, give them an extra food tray, give them an extra coffee pack, give them an extra roll of toilet paper when you just issued toilet paper 2 nights ago. You know, any of these things. Give them medication when your log says they only get, ibuprofen or aspirin every 4 hours, and you'll cut them some slack. Well, I know you're feeling bad. Let me give it to you 2 hours early. I just won't put it on the log. You know, now, boom, you've stepped right into their trap. You've done a favor for them, and they're going to hold you to that favor. They're going to use it against you if you don't help them out in the future, or they're going to ask you for more favors, and they're going to up their favors each time. Don't let your guard down. Okay? Rumors. Oh, here's a big one. Don't get involved with rumors with anybody, number one, inmates or prison staff, but never let an inmate make you play against another officer. You know what Officer so-and-so did? They said you were lazy and your uniform looked terrible, but I told him, no, he's a sharp officer. He comes in here and he makes us walk the line. That inmate is trying to start a rumor with you, plus gain favoritism, that he came and told you this. Don't believe it. If you want to confront the other officer, go to them and confront them and ask them if they said that. Don't accuse them of saying that. Remember, an inmate came to you and told you this. It's probably just a setup. But ask them, and tell them, inmate so-and-so. And you can write the inmate up for lying. I'm telling you, don't fall into these traps. These are just a few things I wanted to get out there. There's so many things that you need to know by not letting your guard down. In my book, The Toughest Job, there's signs inmates are about to fight. Keep your guard up. Look for those signs that inmates are about to fight. Did everything get quiet in the housing unit in the dorm? Are inmates changing out of their boots into their tennis shoes? Or is somebody flipping their flip-flops off and standing around like they're looking for somebody? Hey, something's about to go down, okay? Signs inmates are about to fight. And much, much more. Never let your guard down on hospital watch. There's never let your guard down on inmate transport. There are so many things you have to stay alert for that the outside world, they have no clue what we have to train for, what we have to deal with, what we have to be prepared for. Come on, folks, I wanted to get your eyes wide open. Please, no matter if you've been there a year or you've been working 25 years, never let your guard down. It's that one time you let your guard down, the inmates got you. Okay, they're going to get you when your guard is down. Stay alert, folks. Go home to your family, go home to your friends, go home safe, and get a good career and retirement out of this with everything intact. And stay strong. Thank you for your service, everybody. Gary York, True Prison Stories.